fix what I couldn't see. Eating clean, playing my part. Still something breaking inside my heart. I was doing everything right, and everything kept getting worse. Following every line they drew, still ended up in reverse. Five pills lined up on the sink, each one telling me what to think. Said give it time, you'll be okay, but I kept drifting further away. I was doing everything right, and everything kept getting worse. Gave them everything I had, still couldn't break that curse. Then one day I just let it go, stopped chasing what I didn't know. Took one step, changed one thing, turned my back on everything. On everything. I'm Lance, yeah, this is my why. North Dakota carnivore changed my life. Kept it simple, stripped it down, turned it all the way around. Lost the weight, cleared my mind, left that old road far behind. What I found was something true, did it myself, and so can you. I was doing everything right till I walked a different line. Now I see it clear as day. This life is finally mine. This is why I do what I do. North Dakota carnivore, seeing it through. Reversed it all, yeah, I made it through. Let's stay together strong, me and you.
Happy Friday, everybody. I'm sitting here watching the video and I'm reading the comments, and I have to say that this one cracked me up. Aaron, I ate some bacon this morning and beef fat. Inside the beef fat was a hidden ribeye. So I ate it too. You're crazy, Aaron. All right, so again, Friday, 120 hours have passed. I broke my fast right at 120 hours because I was actually starting to have some issues. I was going to go until after the live stream and then break it, but I could not. I was starting to get that lightheaded, dizzy feeling, and I just was feeling disconnected. So I ended up having to eat. So, oh no. Okeson family? What? Hello, Briella. How are you? That's my granddaughter. She's watching tonight. So Aaron's in the house, or Brian's in the house. Aaron is in the house. They're both feeling kind of tired tonight. Jeff is in the house. Awesome. How you doing tonight, Jeff? How's your fast go? You should be feasting tonight, correct? You have the kids watching Monsters vs. Aliens. Awesome show. I like that one. You trying to kill me, right? I was laughing so hard at that. That was funny. Everybody saying hi. Hello, Bro Grace. Nice to see you in here. and Carnivore Ron. Good evening, y'all. So, let's get to the nerd stats here. Woke up this morning, my blood glucose. Wait, was that this morning? Yeah, that was this morning. Blood glucose was 68. My ketones were at 7.4, which gave me a Dr. Boz ratio of 9, and my GKI was at a 0.5. I started feeling a little different this morning at about 7:30 this morning, so I took my blood sugars and stuff. I was 71 and a 5.8, still pretty elevated. I checked again at 4 o'clock, or right about 4 o'clock, right before I left work. 63 for glucose and a 5.9. Again, a 9 Dr. Boz and a 0.5 GKI. Instead of ending my fast at 121 or 122 hours, I ended it right at 120.2 or 120 hours, 2 minutes, 55 seconds is when I hit my timer to end that. So you hear people talk about this when you're fasting. You have to listen to your body. If you don't feel right, it's time to end the fast. There's a difference between that lightheaded dizziness that you get when your electrolytes are off, where you can just drink an electrolyte drink. There's a difference between that and that disconnected feeling. And that's what I had, was that disconnected feeling. And that's where I know it's time to go. Jeff said, just started the next fast an hour ago. Awesome. You're doing really good on the ADF. I hope to be where you are at the end of the month, because that is amazing. It's still full. Yeah. And I just finished my cup of bone broth, and I had a couple pieces of bacon and a couple of hard-boiled eggs to break the fast to get my blood sugars to come back up. I didn't test them. My CGM died on me a couple days ago, and the new one just came in the mail, so I haven't put that on yet. But I know with the Lingo, if I put the CGM on while I'm fasting and my blood sugars are low, it will just die right away. So it's no use of putting it on until my blood sugars come up. Good evening, Aaron. How's it going? Zoe, hello. How are you today? Nice to see you in here. All right, so I did the nerd stats. Gonna do the PowerPoint to end the fast here. So I'm gonna take down the chat here real quick. 96 to 120 hours, the final stretch, and the carnivore refeed. So what changes from 96 to 120 hours? This is the final stretch of the fast. Most curves that we're climbing are now leveling off near their peak. Not my ketones. My ketones really plateaued this morning. BHB levels that we're climbing are now leveling off. Fat oxidation is essentially your fuel supply, and it is. Protein sparing is maximal. Growth hormone elevation does the most protective work here. The payoff of pushing past 72 to 96 hours. And that's where, when you ask people, or people ask about fasting, if I'm worried about muscle loss, I am not, because of this specific item. The growth hormone elevation while you're doing an extended fast protects your muscle mass. Autophagy stays elevated. Sharpest rate of increase was likely 48 to 96 hours. By 96 to 120 hours, you're sustaining a high level, not climbing further. So for the last 24 hours, my autophagy levels have just maintained what they were in the previous 24 to 36 hours or whatever. So it's actually really good. Oops, didn't mean to do that. Insulin sensitivity improves markedly. Relevant to your refeed, your body will pull nutrients into cells efficiently once you start eating. Uh, symptoms get in, symptoms get individual in this window. Some report the sharpest mental clarity yet, not universal, but a common experience deep into extended fasts. And it is, for me, when I'm this far fasted and my ketones are this elevated, I really feel great. I am very sharp. It's amazing what how your mind changes at this point in time. Others feel flat, cold, or fatigued, equally common, and on its own, not inherently a red flag. That's true. I get cold when I do my extended fasting. My hands get cold, and it's just annoying. But it's not a red flag because it's something that happens. As soon as I start eating, like I broke my fast 40 minutes ago, and my hands are already warm again. As soon as I start eating, my hands warm up. Some watch lists more urgent now. The longer you are out, the more sodium, potassium, magnesium depletion accumulates. So watch for racing and irregular heartbeat, severe or worsening dizziness, confusion, or unusual disorientation. And that's more of where I was. I was more of I call it not, I just don't feel right. And it's just something different. And it's not a confusion or a disorientation. It's like an out of body kind of thing where I just don't feel like myself. And when I get to that point, I know it's time to break my fast. And luckily, we were at Walmart. I had we were checking out when it started, so I bought what do you call it? A fatty beef stick. And one of the things that we also bought were a cheese slice tray, the cracker cheese slice tray. So it's just the long slices of cheese. So when we got out to the car, I had the beef stick, and I had 4 slices of cheese. Got home, had my bone broth. And now it's a total difference in the feeling on that. So refeed, same danger, any macro source. So what they're saying here is refeeding syndrome doesn't care about what you eat in your food. I agree to a point. A dangerous drop in phosphate, potassium, and magnesium as insulin surges and drives electrolytes into cells. Fat, and especially protein, still trigger a real insulin and cellular uptake response after 120 hours. Why fat comes before heavy protein. A large protein load stimulates a strong insulin response too. That's right. And that's where many of these AIs get the carnivore diet wrong. Carnivore diet is not a high protein diet, it's a high fat diet. Protein isn't insulin neutral. That's what drives electrolytes and, well, I can't even pronounce that word. That's what drives electrolytes and can crash serum, phosphate, potassium, and magnesium. Fat has the gentlest insulin response of the 3 macronutrients, and that is 100% correct. Carbohydrates have the highest insulin response, proteins are the second highest, and fat is by far the lowest. So when you're eating a carnivore diet and you have that fatty meal to break your fast, whether it's bone broth, 80-20, or a fatty ribeye, eating that fat is the most important thing because that helps you not have that huge insulin spike. And that's what this is all about, is getting that insulin, and that helps so that you don't have your refeed syndrome. The first meal, small, fat forward. Start with fat, not lean protein. Carnivore diet's not a lean protein diet. A few ounces of fatty, well-cooked, rare meat or bone broth. Ribeye fat, tallow cooked ground beef, or a rich marrow broth? Absolutely. Keep the first portion generally small, a few ounces, not a plate. Wait 30 to 60 minutes before eating more. Salt what you eat and drink early. Sodium is the most urgently depleted electrolyte. Salt your broth and meat, offset the phosphate potassium shift. Hours 2 to 6 and the first 24 to 48 hours. Move to a moderate serving of fatty meat, ribeye, brisket, or fattier ground beef over lean cuts like chicken breast. Um, Continue salting food and sipping salted broth between small meals. Avoid one large sitting. Several small meals over the next 12 to 24 hours beats one big meal, and it does. Your fast and the benefits that you're getting from the fast will extend through that. Ramp back to full pre-fast size meals and frequency over 1 to 2 days. Don't jump straight back in. Carnivore compatible magnesium, potassium alongside sodium covers the three electrolytes most implicated in refeeding syndrome. Watch for swelling, unusual fatigue, or heart irregularities in the 24 to 72 hours post refeed window. That's when refeeding syndrome typically shows up. The one thing worth double checking is your first bite or sip small and fat led, rather than a large portion of lean muscle meat. That's the piece most likely to matter physiologically. Even for an experienced faster, general physiological information, and this is not medical advice, this is just information that does the body good, is what I like to say. So that's all the nerd stats out. So going back to the chats here, throw this back up here real quick. Everybody saying hi. You like my nerd glasses? These are just reading glasses. My eyesight's improved. I no longer wear my regular glasses that have a dual prescription on them, so I don't need them anymore. And I actually don't need these. Most of the time, I can still read the screen really well. This just makes it just a little bit clearer and easier to read. Bill Cook's in the house. Hello, Bill. How are you doing today? That's cute. Connor Ron says, I just picked up some collagen powder. When I don't have any bone broth, I can use it. Yeah. Again, hello, Brilla Grace. So nice to have my granddaughter hanging out in here. Everybody saying hi to Bill. And Ron says, I have experienced my hands getting cold also. Yeah, it's a common thing when fasting, when your body gets cold like that. It happens to a lot of people. A lot more than you would guess. I don't drink coffee anymore. I used to drink Black Rifle coffee. I used to really like that, but it caused me pain, so I stopped drinking that. I switched to the Dunn Brothers Papua New Guinea's Western Highlands. That is an amazing coffee, but it's expensive, and to get it, I got to drive 2 hours to get it. We found a coffee brand here in town that I was able to get that didn't cause me pain. A couple months ago, we switched coffees at the office to a different brand, and I started getting pain in my wrist again, so I stopped drinking coffee. So it's been 55 days now since I've had coffee. But if I do have coffee, it'd be the Dunn Brothers Papua New Guinea Western Highlands. And I was thinking about possibly doing that tomorrow when I go to Bismarck, because they have one of those. Aaron says, I hope everyone is well. Got new webcam. We'll try it out at some point. That's awesome. What have you been using up to this point? Just the camera on your uh, Chromebook, or have you been using your phone? Maybe that matters in the modern world because, oh, that just took a big jump. Because we are smart now. But, in my opinion, I bet our ancestor cavemen didn't break fast this way. No, they didn't. They just dug right in, but they also ate that raw. And that makes a difference too. That's the other thing that I've noticed too. If I break a fast with a cold steak where I've cooked it the day before, and then I slice it up and I eat it cold, I can eat that much easier than I can a cooked steak. That's why I like cold bacon, hard boiled eggs. They seem to be easier to digest and they don't cause me issues. NC Cajun, hey, good evening. Two phones, two lives, same time. I might have a problem. Well, at least you're using two different devices. I tend to watch two lives on my computer at the same time, one on each screen, one turned down just a little bit so I can comprehend what's going on in both of them. So, yeah, we might have a problem. It's great, Aaron. Yeah. Is everybody saying North Carolina or NC Cajun? I'm going to say North Carolina, but I'm not sure about that. Yeah, nice to know about the coffee. Yeah, coffee caused me pain, so I gave it up. When I first started carnivore, I gave it up in October of 2024. And within a couple of days, the last aches and pains I had went away. But I also gave up drinking alcohol on the same day. So I didn't know if it was the coffee or it was the alcohol. Well, 9 months later, so it was the summer of 2025, I started drinking coffee again. And up until June of this year or May of this year, I didn't have any problems with it. And then I started getting that pain back in my wrist. And I was like, all right, let me give up coffee. And as soon as I did that, the pain went away. 3 days, pain free, and I'm good with it. Just camera on the Chromebook or phone, yeah. See, I use my phone. My phone does a 1080 camera on it, so I really like that. I have a webcam, and it says it goes to 1080, but when I hook it up to my laptop, it doesn't do 1080, it only does 720. And like my sign doesn't come out clear like that. It's all just a bright blob. So my phone camera is much better quality. NC Cajun says, my man Aaron, you gotta stop giving us those during your workouts. That's funny. Bill says I may have ate a light meal first though. Oh, so much good content tonight. I'll have to catch a replay of the others. Awesome. I am so tempted to drive 8 hours to meet Dustin and the gang tomorrow. It is tempting, isn't it? But for me, it's. I actually looked it up. What was it? It's like 18 hours for me to drive there. That's just too far to go. Brian says, Aaron, do it. Come on. You need better than a Chromebook. Yeah, the Chromebook can be really good, but they're really difficult to do some stuff on it. Jess says, dang, Aaron, you would have to leave at 4 a.m. Yeah, I'm up at that time anyway. Where's the meetup? Indiana, where Dustin Keto Simple is at, and I can't remember what city it is. So, oh, well, let me see. Do I? Let me see here. All right, I just dropped the link into the chat and pinned it. Anybody want to come on and chit chat about how their fasting this week has gone? Feel free to drop in and say hi. If not, that's fine too. I don't mind. Oh, look, got my first taker. It's Brian. How you doing, Brian?
I am good, sir. How are you doing?
I am doing fabulous right now. Feel a lot better than I did earlier. I didn't do my workout today because I just wasn't feeling right, and I knew that before I started doing this that it wouldn't end well. So, Avon,
Very nice.
Indiana.
Man,
That's where the meetup is.
your numbers were incredible this morning.
They were. It really surprised me that they were that high this morning.
I didn't test this morning, and then I had a really large first meal, probably about 120 some grams of protein, and
Really?
I haven't been hungry all day. So I thought, you know what? Let's see what happens, and I'll just have my usual stuff and not eat anything the rest of the day and test in the morning. So just curious.
I should have tested when I got home to see where my blood sugar was. Wasn't really concerned about my ketones, but I didn't know if my blood sugars had dropped really low, and that's why I was feeling the way I was. Because that's a possibility.
Yeah. Yep. Not bad. I think I'm gonna eat tomorrow, and then I'm gonna start a 72-hour fast, a water fast, and then go into the 72-hour sardine fast with Amy
Awesome.
and see
Sounds
how
like a
that
good
works out.
plan. Really good interview today again with Ron. That was nice.
Yeah, that was fun. Fun. Ron's a good guy. I don't know if he's still in here, but it was fun. And I caught his a little bit of his live today, so I gotta talk to him again.
There you go. There's Aaron. He's got the Captain Carnivore.
You know what I'm about to make?
I do.
I didn't get the one.
You what?
Brian, wait. Are you missing something off your head?
I know. I was sitting here messing around and I put my headphones on. Give me a second.
No, you're good. You don't need to put that crap on.
You getting ready to play with the burger press then?
Yep, I was gonna actually weigh out the meat to see what this poundage is, but
Yep.
the meat scale's not working. And I did change the battery, so I don't know how much is in there. We'll just whatever it happens.
Well, that's why I did KC. You have to find a bill for it or something there.
Lance, am I able to put a picture in here for you to load?
You do that and you'll be bleeding from your ears.
How can I load a picture? Can I share my screen?
You know, eventually, Aaron, I'm going to meet up with you. Maybe that's not such a good thing.
Is there a way I can share my screen on here, Lance?
I think you can add a picture into the gallery, and I should be able to see it.
Oh, okay. Where's the gallery?
It gives you that option on the bottom there.
Lance, you were in the military. Does 556 mean anything to you?
Not to me, no.
I'm not seeing the option for a gallery, Lance.
No. Is there a present?
Really odd. My phone switched on me, and it put this stupid like home screen thing on the bottom where it used to be up top.
Yeah.
Aaron, if you do that, I'll start with your fingernails.
Oh, wait a second. What if I no, because if I streamed to my audience, I wonder if that would have worked. Stream this to your audience, recordings, comments, settings? No.
I'm not sure on the phone. When you're on the computer, it gives you an option where you can look at that stuff. How's it going, Ron?
Hey, Ron.
I'm doing good.
It's nice to see you.
Yeah, I just thought I'd pop in. I got a new webcam I bought about a week or so ago.
Yeah.
It's supposed to do 4K. I don't know what it's actually doing.
Who's echoing? Or is it just me?
I think that echo me. You got to go into the browser and mute the live feed.
Well, I close the live feed altogether.
It's you echoing, I think, because I'm hearing it when you talk.
Yeah, I'm hearing it too. I don't know why.
Hmm.
I got my live feed muted.
See, now I'm not hearing anything. And I put my headphones on, so I don't have
Are you
any
hearing
echo
me?
at all.
You can hear me okay, right?
Is it
Yeah,
I
me?
hear you
Aaron,
fine.
say something.
Yes,
Hello, I'm here.
I'm saying something. Now I don't hear it anymore.
I don't hear it either.
Okay.
So it might have been coming from mine then. That's why I put the headphones on.
Now we know who the culprit is of the echo.
Yeah, causing problems.
Lance, you had great numbers. That's all fantastic.
Yeah.
It was. They were really good numbers until this afternoon. Wasn't feeling all there, and I knew I had to break my faster right at 120 hours. So, but yeah, this morning that was amazing. That I woke up, I was actually pretty shocked that my ketones were at 7.4. That's the highest I've had them. I've had it at 7.0 once before, but 7.4 is great. And when I got home, I weighed myself, and I'm back to 205. That's my lowest weight on the carnivore
Very
diet.
nice.
Dude, that's fantastic, dude. You are crushing it.
That's
Good job, Lance.
22 pounds in 7 weeks that I've lost.
Wow.
That's awesome.
Now you said you're doing this till September?
Yeah, and I'm doing the 72-hour fast until the week of the 24th, and then I'm going to start my alternate day fasting. Darth Vader, Luke, I am your father. Guess what my son's name is?
Luke?
Yep.
So we're doing this sardine fast, Brian, what, Wednesday to Friday?
Yeah, Wednesday to Friday. I'm gonna start off with a water fast Sunday to Wednesday, and then Wednesday to Friday with the sardines.
I'm in.
You guys are doing this with Amy?
Yeah. Yep.
So
Any takers?
Maybe I'll break my fast on Wednesday night with sardines and just stick to sardines until
Very
Friday
nice.
night. That could be something that's doable.
I've been getting all my cans lined out so I don't have to think about it.
Well, you know, I did my sardine fast. I did one a couple of weeks ago, and I was really baffled that my ketones weren't higher. The first time I checked them during the sardine fast, they were really high. I think on the last day I really got up there pretty high. Hi, Amy.
Amy, jump in. We're talking about the sardine fast.
I'll be right back.
I got up really high, but I can't remember if that was a 5-day or a 3-day. I'm wondering, Brian, when you do your sardine fast, you do any of the flavored ones, or do you stick to the basics?
Usually, lately, I've just been doing the polar smoked ones, but I'm gonna switch it up, and I might even throw in a couple of cans of because I might go longer than just 72 hours and throw in a couple of cans of mackerel. So, but
I love mackerel.
I've had that where I was strict with the sardines, and it was like the second or third time I did it, and my numbers weren't that great. I mean, they weren't bad, but they weren't. They were going, I thought those would be a little bit higher, but then the next time and since then, I've been pretty good.
The link is in the chat, Amy, and it's also pinned.
Yeah. I wanted to ask you guys your opinion. I bought one of these. I don't know if you can see it. You're supposed to just breathe into it. Gives your ketones.
Oh, okay. I've seen those.
It always says 0.
I've never tried one.
Or if it's just these things are not reliable. I don't know.
They measure a different ketone.
Yeah.
So.
Dr. Boz, or not Dr. Boz, Dr. Bickman had a really good video on it, and he said that they can be manipulated. The breath ones with a high Amy manipulated with different times, and if you ate something or drank something. So I don't know if I would. I don't know that they would be really reliable.
Yeah,
but
because even after a 48 hour, it still says 0.
Yeah.
And I don't want to prick my fingers because I play piano and guitar.
Well, Adam,
Oh,
what do
yeah,
you see?
I'm doing the guitar.
It's nice to see you in here tonight, Adam.
Hi, Adam. How's Amy today?
I've had, I don't know, it's been a rough few days. I don't know. I think it's stress. I think it's stress related. But I felt so great after the last sardine fast, right? Like amazing. And then I'm having some work issues. We rolled out a failed, I told Lance this, Lance already knows.
Yep.
We had a failed tech update. And I'm the person that they call to report all the problems and kind of like, you know, I said yell. They're not really yelling. They're polite people, but they're upset, right? Customers are upset. And so I think it's getting to me a little bit. And so I've had the other thing is we had that really weird fire, right? With all the weird chemicals. So we had our environmental services plant that's a mile from my house caught fire. I think it was last weekend or sometime. And then so for 3 days I had a headache. And I don't know if that was correlated. They never really did come out and say what kind of chemicals were there, but they clean up environmentally hazmat toxic chemicals. So whatever they were storing there, hazmat had to be called, right? So it couldn't have been good. So I had a headache for 3 days. And then on Tuesday, I started to get this really weird backache. And it was my lower sciatic, like lower left-hand side. And that's the side I've had 3 hip surgeries. So that pain is the exact pain I went through when I had, and I'm like, this isn't my hip. This isn't like things going bad again. This is stress. It's amazing what stress can do to you. I'm pretty sure this is stress related. And then yesterday it started traveling up my back. So my upper back started hurting. I'm like, I did not injure myself. This is nothing. And then today I woke up and I felt much better. But I had a headache and don't tell my boss. I was still getting more emails at noon and I'm like, I need a mental health day. Like I can't continue on like this. So I told my boss I wasn't feeling well. And at about 1 p.m., I just took some personal time and I just decompressed from that because
Amy,
it can wait till
do
Monday.
you have any chrome furniture outside?
No.
Because I was going to say, if it was chemical and you don't know what it is, generally those kind of things will mess with the chrome.
Really? Yeah. I mean, you have metal, I don't know, like probably metal chairs. I don't know if they're chrome. On our patio.
And did you notice any difference in your taste or anything like that during that time period? That's one way too.
No.
Okay.
No. Yeah. It could just be too, we're getting into August, which is typically my hay fever season too. Even though it's better than it used to be, who knows? It could just be allergies. Who knows? You know. But I'm looking forward to the sardine fast next week because I know I'll feel amazing, right?
We're going to
I should
all
just
feel
say
great
sardines
doing
all
it.
the time.
Yeah.
Right?
Are we all
And you
doing
will.
it?
And
Is
that's one of the things we're.
Not me.
I'm in.
It's not Ron. I'll break my 72-hour fast on Friday or Wednesday evening, and from there I'll go into sardines. So might not be a 72-hour fast, might be close to it though.
I'll still break my fast with a T-bone or ribeye.
Come on, Ron. Come along with us. You'll have a good time.
You know, I've never liked the taste of seafood. I've never liked it. And,
Really?
And Fish even less. No, that's just my taste, I guess. I don't know.
Well, really, I mean, the sardines don't taste at all like fish. You should try them out.
Oh, I got some news today. Now, Amy, this might take away from a little bit of our conversation at the end of the month. I did get signed up to interview with you, but remember that
Yes.
really high
Yes.
CAC score I had, that 1400? I
Yes. Yes.
I I did a stress test. So I got my
Right.
report, and the report looks fine to me, but I'm not a doctor. I don't know how to read this stuff. I've been asking them to call me just so I can understand it. So they finally called me today, some PA that's probably like 20 years old. He's like, well, everything looks fine. You know, you don't have any blockage or anything from the stress test, but there's a 7% chance that you could have a heart attack in the next 2 years. I'm like, I mean, there's a 7% chance any of us can have a heart attack in the next 2 years. So I asked him about coming off my statin, and he's like, well, that helps that plaque harden. I'm like, wait a second. So the statin that you're prescribing to me over time has had any of that plaque harden and thicken to give me a higher score. He's like, but he didn't prescribe it. He's like,
No.
yeah, basically. I'm like,
Okay.
okay, this makes no sense to me. I'm like, what if I just
Let
come
me.
off of it? Well, we can give you a shot instead. I'm like, we're going to end this conversation now. Hey, Golly. But it was mind boggling to me that the way he even explained it, that what they're giving me to help me is causing this higher score.
Correct.
Okay, so let me share something with you, some personal experience. My dad has been on a statin for 40 years, since the 80s, right? Since I was just a kid, since he was in his 40s. And he's been eating whatever he wants because he's like, I'm on a statin, so my arteries aren't going to get blocked. I just sat with him through 2 stent procedures, 3 arteries 90% blocked. And I asked, this has been weighing on my mind for a very long time, and my dad is upset. And so I asked his surgeon, I said, look, can I just ask you an honest question? My dad's been on the statin for 40 years, right? The exact thing that's supposed to prevent this from happening, but yet it's still happening. Can you explain to me why it's still happening and your thoughts on this? And he said, I'll be honest with you. I've seen people with high cholesterol come in here and need stents, and I've seen people with low cholesterol come in here with need stents. And I've performed procedures on all of them. And the only thing the statin does is it makes the plaque so hard that we cannot drill into it and get the stents in. So I can't give you medical advice, Aaron, but I can just give you life experience from what my dad went through, and they had such a hard time chiseling away that plaque because he's been on a statin for so long that, again, I can't tell you what to do, but I can just share with you what my dad. That's why I was being so triggered with you saying this. I'm like, yes, oh, and the best thing you could do, and we all saw the cholesterol code, right? Did we all see the cholesterol code? The moment for me was when Dr. Bernstein was the very first diabetic, type 1 diabetic, to start testing his insulin. Sorry if I'm ruining this for anyone, just go watch the movie. But the mind-blowing thing that I didn't realize was back when they were able to start giving type 1 diabetics insulin to save their lives, those people, they had no way of testing to see how much insulin to give them. And those people, those type 1 diabetics injecting insulin had a higher rate of atherosclerosis because they had no idea. They were all over the place. They're injecting insulin, right? And so their insulin was probably up and down and whatever. It was saving them, but in the long run, it was also giving them heart disease. And so that was when I realized the insulin, the constant high levels of insulin and blood sugar is what's really causing the heart disease, right? It's the insulin. It's not cholesterol. It's not cholesterol. It's insulin. I don't know. Okay, I'll shut up now. Sorry. I just got triggered.
You're 100%
You're fine.
correct, Amy. 100%. You're 100% correct, and that's the issue that people are having is they don't realize that it's not the cholesterol that's happening or making the heart disease or the soft plaque. It is the hard plaque that causes the heart disease, and that makes it so that people have. And what does the statin do? It turns the soft plaque into hard plaque.
Yeah.
It does exactly what it's supposed to prevent.
They
So it's not
say
good.
it stabilizes the plaque. That's the term they use. It stabilizes it by making it. I'm sure you've heard that, Aaron. But it stabilizes the plaque by making it hard. Yeah. Whatever.
I'm going to
Hi,
have to
Kellyanne
look at the
Thomas.
video, but I saw
Hi,
a video
Brian.
where. Oh, sorry.
How's it going, gentlemen?
Good. I'm in resting for the night here in Avon, Indiana.
Awesome.
You're there. I'll see you
I am
tomorrow.
there. Someone else wants to say hi.
Hey.
Hey. So happy
Yeah,
you're
it
able
was
to
a
make it there.
nice little drive. Straight shot from Missouri right to Indianapolis.
How far is that for you?
About 6 hours.
He drove 6 hours. What's 2 more?
What's 2 more, Aaron?
Oh yeah, let's
Go,
do
Aaron.
more.
Go.
So
Yeah.
I'm looking into some things. I'm looking into some meetup options here locally. I'm scared to do it because it would be, so the one is the Mishawaka Res, which is like a nature area, and you can rent a cabin, like rent this big pavilion for $400, and I could smoke a bunch of brisket. People could bring stuff to contribute. There is a cabin that has bunk beds in it, so it would kind of be like meat stock, where everyone would have to like just camp out in one big room. And I'm just like scared to think about that because I'm like, nobody wants to share a room with everybody else, right? Nobody wants to do that. But it
How many
would be an
bathrooms?
option. Huh?
How many bathrooms?
I don't know, right? I don't know. There's also campgrounds there where you can pitch a tent and camp. It would be an option. We have tons of hotels locally too. It would be an option, if people really just needed a place to lay down and sleep, right? And they didn't care. Tent camping is another thing. We also have Potato Creek State Park nearby us in Plymouth, Indiana, about 30 minutes south of me. And there you can rent cabins that hold up to like 6 people with separate bedrooms. Like it would be more like a VRBO setting. Now I would need to go there and check it out and see how rustic it is, right? Because and then people would have to book their own accommodations for that. The only problem with that one, I think it's a minimum week booking for the cabins. So people would like to have to make a vacation out of it, or we would have to book a week and only use it for how many ever days we wanted for the meetup. But those are a couple things that I've thought about. Both Potato Creek, I love the name Potato, right? A bunch of carnivores and keto people want to go to a place called Potato. But Potato Creek State Park has kayaking, canoeing. There's a bunch of stuff, bike trails. There's a bunch of stuff you can do outside. So I'm really thinking
That'd be
about
fun.
these as a meetup option. Yeah. I'm worried about people. Everybody always has an opinion on everything, right? And I'm like, I just don't want to be in the forefront and taking the brunt of, well, I didn't like this, or whatever. I always have that in the back of my mind that someone's not going to be happy with it. But
you're not there to
I think
please
it's
everybody. If
Nope.
you want to set it up, enjoy it, and have fun.
I think so too.
I think it'd be fun at a camp like that.
That'd be cool.
I think so too.
I don't know how much the cabins are at Potato Creek State Park for like a week. The res is $400 for a day rental on the lodge, so we could have it all day, and then it's like 125 or 150 bucks for that room with the bunk beds.
That's not bad at all, but you get enough people that want to do it. It's really cheap. We all bring our own food.
Yeah.
I like that
I
idea.
totally
I really
agree.
like that idea. I think that would be cool.
And then people don't have to, like, if someone wanted to get a hotel because they're that adverse to staying with people, there's plenty of hotels around. But if people are like, I'm fine with staying in a room with a bunk bed for one night, then that way people who drive don't have to like drive 8 hours in one day, meet up, whatever.
Right.
I
That
don't know,
sounds
just some
good.
thoughts.
So I got a question, Thomas.
Yes.
You said that you failed your fast. How long did you
Yeah.
go?
Well, I did the other day when we were talking on the
Yeah.
chats. And then I felt that I broke it with some tuna fish, and I tried it again yesterday. But then I got hungry today, and I actually broke it right after the live I did. So I broke it with five hamburgers. So
Yeah. It's you're not failing a fast. You're just
no,
practicing
it was
the
just
one that you're gonna
Yeah.
make.
it wasn't really like I didn't really feel like I was failing. I keep on
Okay.
trying to fast, and just for some reason, I tried. The most I go is maybe 30 hours, and I just can't go further. I used to be I 2 weeks ago I was able to go for 3-4 days, but
Yeah.
you know, just my
It
body.
could go back to
You need the food and eat.
yeah,
You know.
your body is
Do you?
healing still. You need to have a higher fat at times.
Yeah.
Before I do my fast, before I start my 72 or like I just finished my 5 day fast, I have a high fat meal right at the very end of it to get me kicked off into the fast. The last thing
I
I
was
have
just getting
ate
ready to say
for
that.
7 weeks in a row has been Kilt's ice cream.
Okay.
Heavy whipping cream, one
Well,
egg.
right now, through some advice, I'm not really doing that much fat. Like I've lowered it.
Yep.
But
And
it's like I get
for
comments on the thing, like I was mentioning the other day, and I'm not trying to start anything, but I was mentioning the other day that I actually only eat the fats from the meat now. I don't even add fat anymore.
yeah,
And somebody in the chat was well, you still need to cut that fat too. And I'm like, how much fat do I need to cut? Like, what's
Uh,
the
Well,
The learning
cutting
lesson.
too much fat's not good. You gotta have. If you're cutting the added fat, that's fine. But that definitely don't. I wouldn't cut the
and that's
fat
what I
like if you have
thought.
a
But then when I
steak.
saw that comment, I was like they're like, well, maybe you should just eat chicken because that'd be better for you. I'm like,
no.
whoa, like, does anybody realize how much healing I need to do? I need the fat,
Yeah.
like,
so
And that's one of the things that
this
where I still say people need to track what they're eating. You
Yeah.
need to
that's
track
what I
your
was gonna say.
macros,
yeah,
track your percentage of calories from fat, percentage of calories from protein. And once you know what you're eating, then you can adjust them up or
accordingly.
down to
Mhm.
see which one works best for you.
Yeah, no, I'm just going to stick with what I was doing, not even take that second part of the advice, and just
Yeah.
cut from the meat, and that's it. If I have burgers, I'll eat. Without. I'm not saying I'm going to take the fat that's on it and like pour it back in. I'm just going to eat the
Right.
burger, put it on the plate, and that's it. I'm not going to do anything special
Well,
with it or the steak.
I was gonna say exactly what Lance said, which is, are you tracking? And if not, start tracking, because
Yeah.
for you in particular, knowing about you,
I like how you roll your eyes when you say that.
Also, journal.
Yeah,
you have you have stated that you do have some depression, right? So higher fat for that
Is
tends to
gonna
heal
help it.
it.
Yeah.
The problem is sometimes with people who have body fat, they have fat on their body to use, right? So there's a fine line for someone like you, I believe, with, okay, the higher fat helps your brain.
Right.
You don't want to lower it too much because then you're going to start suffering there.
There comes a fine
But
tune.
maybe there's like maybe a margin that you could tune it down a little bit so that you're still feeling good, but then you're if losing
Yeah.
weight
No,
is
I mean
important to
I'm
you,
feeling fine.
there's a
I mean, now that I've lowered it, I just find it kind of funny that there are a few people out there still telling me to lower it even more. you know. And
Yeah.
Well, Thomas, you have to do what's right for you, and it doesn't
Right.
matter what anybody else says.
No, it's
I asked
That's right.
I asked the question: do you journal?
I do in the concept of SBG, but not really on my own.
Well, go get a notebook. It doesn't have to be for very long, and journal what you eat, because then you can go back and see what's going on with your body and stuff. Because I don't care what anybody says, if you're not doing that, you're going to forget the next day. And don't worry about doing a long fast. Do a 24 for a couple of weeks and then do a 36 and see where you're at. But
Yeah.
and don't worry about a 72 or longer, because the next week you can do one of those.
Right.
And I think you'll be just fine.
No, I hear you. Yeah, I just.
And
Yeah.
while we're all smart, nice people, and we all generally mean well, one person is going to say this, the other person's going to say that, and it
Or
becomes very confusing to everyone,
Yeah.
including myself, what is right. And Thomas, only you can determine for you what is right. And the
Yeah.
only way to do that is like to what
yeah,
Brian and Lance said, is to track or journal or figure out, okay, this isn't
no,
working.
I
Maybe
agree.
I can tweak it.
I agree.
Yeah. So, but hey, it was nice to see you back live, Thomas.
Thank you.
Mhm.
Thank you. I couldn't wait any longer. So I mean, I still have to work with Christy on getting my thing up and everything. So I can't really do interviews right yet because I just don't feel right doing them. But there's no reason why I can't go on live and do some roundtables and
Yeah,
you know.
absolutely.
So, and I had some good guests on today. Rick was on today, and so was Kurt and Jen. So they're pretty good. You know.
Yeah. I was at work, so I watched some of it when I could.
Yeah, that's the excuse you made, but I know.
I know.
I was at the gym. I was working out. I would have come on live with you.
Yeah. Well, you could have been working out while you were on live.
You know, I got to take my.
When people eat steak while
I
they're
need
on
to take
live,
my
why can't
pod
people
with
work
me to the
out?
gym next time. Do it when I'm at the gym.
It's all good. I'll probably go on live again eventually. Just when you do the free service, you don't have as much time per month, so you have to kind of like limit your
Right.
time. So I think you have 6 hours a month or something like that when you do the free service. So
I don't know.
that means I have maybe a little bit less than 4 hours when I go back.
I just recorded a video on that for the tech class. Hold
Well, I'm
on.
not part of the tech class.
Yeah.
Did you compare all the different services?
Yes, I did.
I need to see that one because
And-
I'm trying to figure
well,
out.
It's so my advice, I'll just give this to everyone. What are you using anything now, Aaron?
I don't pay for anything now. I just go on Streamlabs or StreamYard for free. That's all.
That's what I would do. Here's what I recommend. Try the free versions of every software. Try Restream, try StreamYard, try EVMux, and try Talk Studio. Use the free version until you have a feature that requires an upgrade, but don't pay for anything until you need to, okay? Because there's no reason to. If you're not hitting the limits, if you don't care about the little logo duck thing or whatever it is they put up in the right-hand corner, don't worry about it. Nobody cares. Just use it. And that's what I'm putting in the tech video too. And I talk about all of the differences between them. So, and then the next thing I'm gonna start, I was supposed to be doing right now, but instead I'm hanging out with all of you. I'm going to film going live in each one of them, at least with the free version. I'm not gonna necessarily pay for all of them, but I'm gonna at least show people, because some people don't even know how to start a live in them. So I'm gonna
Have you
record
used
all of that.
Streamlabs, Amy?
Brian, yes, I loved it. Streamlabs is my favorite, and you can get it for $7.50 a month. The thing that made me go to a different software is I have a lot of people who interview on my channel that also have channels, and I wanted them to be able to push the stream to their channel.
Yeah.
So that prompted me to go with Restream. If you don't care about, I loved everything about Talk Studio. It was amazing.
So that's
Except
what
for
I'm doing right now. So like how I got this to go on my channel, because I think you are watching from my channel right now.
Yes.
So I couldn't do
Yes.
that through Streamlabs or Talk Studio, whatever
No.
it's called.
No. So if you want, and that's what made me switch, that I want my guests, I want to promote them, I want to help them, I want them to be able to stream to their channel. And that was the one feature that Talk Studio did not have. And so Restream has it, and Restream is like I don't know, it was 190 a year, and StreamYard is what, like, someone told me it's up
400.
to 500 a year.
StreamYard
It
just
was
Like,
had a sale.
$431 for a year. That's the middle. That's the core. That's what I got.
Yep.
Yeah,
yeah.
they just did a
So
sale too, but it's over.
I do, but then the next year it's gonna go up. So I pay $16 a month. I pay it annually to get the $16 a month or $14 a month or something like that for Restream. So I'm currently using Restream, and it does everything that I want, and it pushes to other people's channels. So that's
These
what
things
I'm
are going to
doing.
become like insurance companies where you get a good deal this year, but then next year they jack the rate, so you go somewhere else until they give you another good deal. Probably going to be similar to
Mhm.
that eventually.
Probably.
And then Thomas and I are. Christy reached out to me. Here's another option. You can share StreamYard with people. So if there's two
Yep.
creators and they want to split the cost, you each can have your own little. The only thing is you got to make sure you're not going live at the same time, right? Everybody has to have their
I
own
don't
times
know if we can
that they go
go
live,
that.
and they can't step on each other.
Yep.
But Christy
Right.
reached out to me, and I think Thomas shares with her too.
Yeah.
She's
Well,
like,
that's,
"Hey,
yeah.
do you want to split this cost with me?" I'm like, "Sure. Just tell me how much." I was actually trying to do that with Juliet, and I did for a little bit, but then she quit. She canceled her StreamYard, so that didn't work out. So two people can split the cost for StreamYard.
Oh, that's cool.
You know, if buddies want to pair up and you trust each other, and people aren't, you guys each have your own times that you go live, because you can't go live when someone else is going live, obviously. But if there's if it's only two people sharing it, and Aaron goes live on, Saturdays at 2, and Brian goes live on Thursdays at 6, it's fine, right?
Yep.
I had a question about that. When you're sharing with everybody and everybody's streaming on their own channel, can you guys that are doing it, can you see what everybody else's, all the chats in everybody else's groups? Because I've been on and I'm just seeing the chats for, unless you've got like Lance here, some of the different chats from other groups.
Yeah.
Yeah.
StreamYard, you can see the other chat. Yeah.
Okay.
It gives like a little. There's a little sign, like a little squiggle or something. Like that's how I could tell Amy was in my channel, because I think I'm the only one
It's like a
sharing
check
this
mark
with
for the other
Lance
person.
right now.
Yep.
It gives that like attachment sign or something.
Yeah, it's like a
I've had it
chain
where
that
I'm
gets
sort of
chained
added,
to
I mean,
your
I'm
chain
sure.
to Lance's, and that's what usually because I will stream mine on Monday with Carnivore Talk to mine, which now when I can see everybody, actually going on when I'm on the side, when I'm on Carnivore Chat, I can see the chats and Bob can see those. But when it comes to, now when I go chat, now if someone else, they can't see, if someone's on my channel, they can't see if they're on Bob's channel, or Geezy, Jeff is sharing it. They can't see it. But like now, if the ones are on the stream like we are now, you can actually see them. But the people that's on your channel cannot see the other ones, unless they pop on, because you have to pop onto the other channel to be able to see the other chats.
Yep.
But if you're on
Correct.
StreamYard,
Now,
say if you're streaming with Lance, you can see if you're on a computer streamer. I can't see it because I'm on my phone, but on the computer, you can see, everybody's. If someone's commenting on Lance's, you can see it. But then when someone comments on your channel, Aaron, then there'll be a chain on it, that chain, and then Lance can actually see it. And if he wants to, put it on the, like we post the comments, on the deal when it shows up, then he can see it. And actually, that person's comment can pop up. So that's about the only thing to how the other channels can see it is if they pop it up.
Right.
Ron had a question about Zoom, and I kind of had the same thing. As I had to have Zoom for my work, and then Anita Breezes, they do Zooms in her community. And Ron had a question about Zoom because I did my interview with him this morning on Zoom.
Right.
What you guys think about that?
for what? Zoom is going to be for private.
Yeah.
Private.
More private.
You can actually do lives on Zoom also.
Can you?
Yeah, Ron has done a live show on Zoom. There's a way to do
I haven't
it.
tried it.
Hi,
I
Anna.
haven't either.
I'm going to avoid using Zoom for my personal stuff because I also have a copy set up for my work. And so I'm not using that. And one of the things that really concerns me about that is I'm meeting with health coaching clients. And if I forget to log out of my professional Zoom for my company and I have a meeting with a client that's being recorded, my corporation then can see that private conversation with my health coaching client. So I've opted to use Google Meet for all of my coaching clients. That way it eliminates the possibility that I accidentally am not logged into the wrong account when I'm doing a one-on-one private conversation with somebody about their health.
Amy, with sharing an account, say Lance and I were sharing an account or whatever. Say I made a recording, but I don't want it to go out for a couple of days or whatever. So I have it there as like a future recording, an upcoming one. Could Lance go in there and delete it on me?
Yeah, he could. That's one of the drawbacks. Sharing an account is.
Okay.
So my experience with Juliet is when I was first learning StreamYard, I was going in there and playing around with a bunch of stuff. And I accidentally went into her profile and changed her background. She was like, who did this? And then I couldn't remember what her background was. And I thought I did, and I didn't. I picked the wrong one. And so, yes, you can definitely go in. That's why I'm like, choose somebody you trust and someone that's not going to accidentally delete your stuff, right? Because that can happen. And
Hi,
so,
Isabel.
yeah, that's my funny story about that.
So if I share with Brian and he puts a bunch of Kansas City Chiefs stuff up there, I can just delete it.
Okay, to be honest on that one, you don't want to share with mine anyway. I would accidentally tank you. And I wouldn't even be trying and I'd still tank you. You just don't want it. I'm no good.
I can't load a picture in here right now. You're just lucky.
I'm literally no good. If that picture ever shows the light of days, I will start with your fingernails first.
Well, I can tell we have a rival here. You've said delete Chiefs. It means Aaron's like, we ain't having Chiefs. We're going to have Buffalo Bills since he's from Buffalo. Chiefs.
I severely messed up the other day, and I had to send him a picture for a thumbnail, and I was... you find out what happens when you mess around, and I found out pretty quick. I don't like AI very much anymore.
I don't own anything Kansas City Chiefs. But Brian and I are going to have a nice bet. We're going to come up with a friendly bet for Christmas.
Yeah, you think friendly, Pally.
Well, as long as there's no major injuries to either team. As long as it's not silly, we'll come up with something fun.
Sounds good. You know what? On that one, we ought to do something for charity. Figure out something.
I'm game.
Yeah.
I like that.
You know, that's actually something that John was talking about with the hula hoop challenge. He was doing the hula hoop challenge for charity. Yeah.
Very nice.
One of the things that I was looking at Streamlabs with is you have a donate feature that you can put on the screen so people can donate directly to, goes to a PayPal. But you'd be able to get donations for the charity. And they have a charity feature too. So it's
That
actually
sounds
something that
wonderful.
wouldn't be a bad idea.
I didn't look into that. Streamlabs does a lot of cool stuff, honestly. I do use Streamlabs. I'm probably not going to teach this because I don't even remember how I set it up, honestly, and I'm not going to mess it up in my OBS, but I also use OBS Studio and I connected Streamlabs into that. And so
Right.
that's how I got my dancing bacons and everything when someone donates to me and you see all the stuff and when someone puts a poop emoji in the chat, it flies up on my screen, that kind of stuff. That's how I programmed all that in there. I mean, eventually down the road, maybe I'll set up another profile for that and start teaching that. But
That's how I met Jerry. Was on your stream with them poop emojis and Spanky and the dang what was it? Eggplants. That was that one right there.
I had to turn them off when Christy and I were on our last live stream because she was like, "Why is all that stuff flying on your face?" And I'm like, "Shoot, I gotta turn it off."
So, well, it's been well over an hour, and I have to go eat.
Very nice.
120 hours. It was amazing fast.
Way to go!
Well,
I'm actually going to be doing.
I like that, Thomas. That's cool.
How does that
I'm
work?
actually going to be doing my first, or my second
double thumbs up
short-term fast here Tuesday. I have a pre-op. My pre-op appointments, and so I'm going to do my fast. Do a fast.
Awesome. It really works for you people to fast before.
You guys are just a bunch of kids.
They are. But we all are.
We're just kids at heart.
Well, some days. Oh, very nice. This was fun.
This is very fun.
I appreciate everybody coming in, hanging out, and chatting on this here. Is actually really informative. I greatly appreciate it.
Yep.
And
even with all
whenever
the
I do
nerd
lives,
stats.
right? Even without the nerd stats, I gave my nerd stats. You probably weren't here yet.
I was here.
But see, I get that I have a fasting coach. I go to a guy that does fasting, and that's where I learned that Streamlabs does the donation button. He was demonetized by YouTube. Yep.
Is that Jerome?
That's Jerome, finally fasting.
Okay, I've heard you talk about him, and I heard you mention about him, and I'm like, who's this Jerome person?
Yeah.
And why don't we know him?
He's not carnivore.
He's fasting. Though. He just does.
He's fasting. He was he's Filipino, like 5'2", and he was like 230 pounds or 240 pounds. And he's
Ivy has a charity. Sorry, go ahead.
No, Ivy has a charity. What?
Yes. She has a charity.
Nice.
She lives in Missouri too, I think.
Yeah, I think so too.
So that could be something that we could, raise money for charity on a live, doing a challenge of some type.
That'd be fun.
Yeah, that would be a lot of fun. Jerome, right? And I think you put up his thing, but I don't see any problem that if he's not carnivore. That I think if he has good information about fasting, the more tools that we put in our quiver, the better.
Yeah.
Right, and that's why I go to his live streams. I found him about a year ago. Just happened to be bored at work one day and clicking through YouTube to see who was live, and he popped up. I started listening to him, and he's fasting, and now I'm like, yeah, I like fasting. I started listening to what he was doing and what he did, and he has good information.
Helpful.
Huh?
I said not everybody has to be carnivore to be useful or helpful.
Correct. And he does coaching for fasting. I'm in his private group for his autophagy level. So on Wednesday nights we have a live stream, we get to go on live with him, talk to him personally one-on-one for 5-10 minutes. And he talks with us, gives advice, encourages people. It's kind of a lot like what we do in the carnivore community, but he does it for the fasting community.
Very nice.
And one of the guys in the stream tonight, Prod Select, he's part of that group too. So he comes in there, and he comes into my stream now, and so does Deja. I can't remember the rest of her name, Deja Von Brown or something like that. But she comes into my stream, but she's also from the Finally Fasting group.
Okay.
Yeah, the American Diabetes Society would be also a nonprofit that we could raise money for.
Yeah.
Because they have much better diabetic information than the other one.
Did you guys all see Dr. Keltz's live this morning? That was pretty good.
That was really good.
Yeah.
Which
the with
Hi,
Dr.
Amanda.
Barry, I missed that. I'm gonna have to catch the replay.
Yeah, it was good. You should watch it.
It was good.
Yeah.
If you're talking about the one with Dr. Barry, then yes.
Yes.
Yeah.
I didn't see
Dr.
if there was
Barry's.
one. I slept, so I didn't see the one at 6 a.m. If there was one.
Well, at
But,
least
okay.
this time it was Dr. Barry and not learn how to do apartment maintenance.
Oh, those
That's
are fun
funny.
too. But I want to thank you guys again for coming on here. I'm going to head out so I can
I
go
think
eat.
Amy has something to say.
See you tomorrow, Kelly. Can't
Hey,
wait.
see you tomorrow, Amy.
All right.
Only an 8-hour
Yo.
drive. I mean,
Go,
You can
Aaron.
do it, Aaron. You can do it.
You got
Go.
time. We'll see you
Do
tomorrow,
it.
Aaron.
You got time. Pull an all-nighter.
Yeah.
Thank
All
you,
right.
Lance.
comfortable for
Y'all have a
sleeping.
great night. Thank you.
Good night,
Bye.
everybody.
Good night.
I was running hard 6 days a week, trying to fix what I couldn't see. Eating clean, playing my part, still something breaking inside my heart. I was doing everything right, and everything kept getting worse. Following every line they drew, still ended up in reverse. Pills lined up on the sink, each one telling me what to think. Said give it time, you'll be okay, but I kept drifting further away. I was doing everything right, and everything kept getting worse. Gave them everything I had, still couldn't break that curse. Then one day I just let it go, stopped chasing what I didn't know. Took one step, changed one thing, turned my back on everything. On everything. I'm Lance, yeah, this is my why. North Dakota carnivore changed my life. Kept it simple, stripped it down, turned it all the way around. Lost the weight, cleared my mind, left that old road far behind. What I found was something true, did it myself, and so can you. I was doing everything go. North Dakota carnivore.